Hey everybody, it's Chase with AV Pop Culture again, and today we are doing Chase in the Wild for my Criterion hunt. So check it out, and then we'll come back in here and get to it. Hey everybody, it's Chase with AV Pop Culture again, and today we are here with Chase in the Wild. It is time for me to do my Criterion hunt to see if I can find those few Criterions that I am still looking for during the big sale in November. So pop that tape in. I got you. Let's go do this. All right, so we are at the very beautiful Forum over here in Peachtree Corners. This is like an outdoor kind of like mall area. It's decorated for Christmas already, and this is about 40 minutes from my house because if you guys remember, I was told a couple of months ago at the Barnes & Noble very near my house, just a couple of miles away, the district manager said that a lot of the Barnes & Nobles were going to be removing Criterion from their stores, and Arrow Video was only going to be available in secure areas, so it's only going to be the biggest anchor stores. Well, this is one of the 4 or 5 stores that still have a big selection of movies. So we're going to go in here and check it out. Now, I have a small list of Criterion that I am hunting. I have most of the ones that I want. I have about 10 or 12 maybe that I'm still looking for. And we're going to see what we have in here today. So let's go do it. Now, I have never been in this store before, so I had to find where I was going, but I think we know where we're at now. We have found the movies. We're going to see what they got. Now, even here, I noticed that you have to walk through metal detectors to get in and out of this area. We have a wall of Criterion. Wow, we even have some Arrow Video in here. Checking it out. Now, like I said, I got about 10 or 12. I have my list here, and I'm just going to take a look at a few of these and see what we come up with. Arsenic and Old Lace. That is a good old movie right there. Dazed and Confused, but this isn't the big, like, digipack set like I have. Now, I've heard a lot of people talking about this movie, but the truth is I have to be in the right mood for heavy movies like that, and I just don't know if I need them in my collection because I'm not going to return to them a whole lot. Here's the Cronenberg Crash, which I want, but there is a 4K Arrow box set of this out there that's out of print that I'm still looking for on eBay. It's very interesting how they have this set up. It's like all on a wall, almost like any of us would have to store our movies. Life Aquatic. Now, as I always say, I am about making Criterion fit in with your taste and not just necessarily grabbing everything because it is Criterion. I'm not a label chaser when it comes to that. So I don't have tons and tons of Criterion that I'm looking for. I look for ones that fit my taste. So it's not an infinite amount. Here's one that I got recently as a gift. Blue Velvet. Now that's just the Blu-ray, that's not the 4K. Double Indemnity. Just the Blu-ray on that though. There is a 4K. There's the 4K on Blue Velvet. Godzilla. Talk about fitting in with your taste. Classic. Everyone should have. Ooh. There's Mulholland Drive. That's one of the best 4Ks of the year so far. Wally. One of my favorites. This movie is very pertinent. That is a pretty decent Criterion collection over there. You can tell that it's been hit a little hard for the 50% off sale. There's definitely some of my targets on that list though. Definitely some Chase's targets over there on that wall from my list. And I'm gonna go over there and maybe grab some, and we'll check them out in a few minutes. I gotta look around too though, because there's like, look, there's an old DVD of Double Indemnity right there. But I kind of want to see what they have from a like Arrow video and other standpoint, because there's some sales going on. So catch you in a few minutes. All right, we are back in the car. I have my haul, and let's go home and check it out. All right, so we are back in the house. We have our Criterion haul. Now, we have the haul from this trip and a couple of other things that I've picked up during this sale on Amazon, because Amazon matches the price of a lot of these, not all of them, but some of them. And you might have seen a couple of these already on my top 15 Criterion must-owns. And then, of course, obviously, I have a few other things here that I consider must-owns. And we're going to go over my list of the rest of the Criterion collection that I am still looking for. I mean, I just can't afford to buy everything at one time. I really shouldn't be buying now. I'm still kind of on my buying freeze. But I will link everything that you can get in the description down here. And, it'll definitely help out if you want to check it out and grab it. But the Criterion sale goes on this whole month of November. This is what we got out there in the wild today. We will start with what we got in the wild today. And the first thing I picked up was Arsenic and Old Lace. Now, this is a Frank Capra movie. Cary Grant in here. And this movie is got a lot of fall and Halloween vibes to it. Cary Grant is... he's like a writer who's kind of like against marriage or whatever, but it kind of starts out with him. He's going to get married, and he's going to go and see his two old maid type spinster aunts. And he's going to find out, plug your ears if you haven't seen this and you don't want any spoilers. He is going to find out that his two sweet old aunts are serial killers who are killing lonely men and stacking their bodies. There is some great moments in here, like when he freaks out and he's like pointing out the guy, the body out on the windowsill or whatever. Just all of it. He has some really great moments in here. Now, they don't have a 4K of this. This was a Blu-ray, so it was $19.99. I'm okay with the Blu-ray on this. I'm not going to wait around for a 4K. This is not one that's easy to find to watch, so I wanted to pick it up because I just want to watch it. I want to watch it. So sometimes with me, whether or not I purchase a movie is completely predicated on how bad I want to watch it. Like if I just watched it and I'm geeked up to watch it again and I got to have it in my collection, then I'm going to try to buy it quickly. Other times though, or if I really, really want to watch it and I don't want to watch it on crappy streaming or I can't find it on streaming, then I go hardcore after it to find, to add to my collection. But there are other times when I watch a movie on TV or I catch it on one of the few streamings that I have left and it kind of scratches that itch and, I'm not in a hurry to buy it for a while after that. I may still want to add it to my collection, or I may have decided after that watch that I don't want to add it to my collection, but sometimes it kind of scratches that itch and I'm not really looking to add it for a while. But like this one's the opposite. I haven't been able to find it to watch it. I really want to watch it. I haven't seen it in a long time. So grab it, add it to the collection now. Now, another one that's, I'm a big Disney parks fan, a theme parks fan, Disney, Universal, classic, old. I'm an old school Walt Disney fan. There's my painting of Walt that I've done. I've done several. I've read tons of books, listened to tons of books on Walt Disney himself and the whole original vibe of that. I love it. Mid-century modern, going back into the 40s, 50s, all that stuff. So I love Disney. And usually I target anything Criterion does hand in hand with Disney. And so I had to pick up Wall-E. My daughter will be happy to watch this with me. She's going on 13 years old. She's also a big kid too. And this is a cool little digipack. We'll go ahead and open this thing up right now. Maybe. Now you got the plastic in your mouth. So this is the 4K. Wow, it is loaded with some features here. Director approved 4K of the movie. It has Dolby Vision, HDR, and HDR10 Plus. It has 2 Blu-rays with the film and special features, 2 audio commentaries, lots of stuff, behind the scenes look at the making of it, a new program, let's see, Wally, a new program, a lot of this stuff, some of it is, you know, it's mostly all just been ported over, but it is stacked with extra features, absolutely loaded. Let's see if we can dig into her here. If I can get it out. There we go. So it is a big 3-disc set. Check that out there. Big 3-disc set. And here you got like some script elements going on in here with a nice little booklet. So get a little more than average here from Criterion. But nice. I'm happy to add Disney, Criterion, Disney Pixar to my collection with Wall-E. And another one that I grabbed today, I grabbed on Blu-ray, and this one was marked down even less than 50% because I actually stopped and got this, ran it across it at a like a used movie store, a CD warehouse. And there is a 4K of this. This is a Blu-ray, but I was able to get this for under $10. And this is Menace to Society. So I got this out at the same time. I stopped on the way home, grabbed it. This is a really good movie. This was really big. Like I was, you know, a teenager in the 90s, and this is a Hughes Brothers film. A very, very intense film, very well acted, and Menace to Society for under $10. Criterion Blu-ray. Are you kidding me? You got to have that. So that kind of goes in with my additions for today. And I have also, if you guys have been following me and you saw my recommendations, I picked up a few more. Now, these have come off of Amazon because Amazon will match a lot of these 50% off. And like I said, I'll link this stuff. One is Repo Man. I haven't even opened it. I just got this. So there was already a Blu-ray of this out. This is a 4K with the Blu-ray. And this Harry Dean Stanton and Emilio Estevez and a crazy otherworldly Chevy Malibu. Picked that one up. It's loaded down. A lot of the features came over. But as a director approved 4K here. Restoration. It's got Dolby Vision. All that jam. Very, very 80s. Very, very 80s. And I also picked up Mulholland Drive, continuing my love-hate relationship with David Lynch after finally taking the plunge and watching Blue Velvet when a channel member sent it to me, Tyler sent it to me. I am starting to be convinced, as someone who is a writer and a filmmaker myself, taught film studies, all that kind of stuff, I am becoming convinced more and more that David Lynch's films are nothing more than a cinematic Rorschach test, where he just puts a bunch of stuff out there, seemingly important little tidbits, clues to help decipher his surrealism in his movies. And in the end, I don't think they mean anything. I think he just wants to see what you see in his movies. And he's sitting back there. All of these images, all these clues are tantamount to a cat dangling string in front of a cat. And it's just a cinematic Rorschach test. He's pulling the wool over your eyes cinematically, using this surrealism, this ethereal type stuff where you don't know what to dream, what matters, what doesn't matter. He wants to just see what you glean from it. That's the more I watch and study David Lynch, the more I think so. I actually did, like, I like and equally dislike his movies when I watch them in, but they keep pulling me back. And I'm happy to have Mulholland Drive as part of the collection that it was added this month. This is a great looking 4K right here. Two others, a Nicole Kidman double feature. This is my other two that I've added this month. The Others, great haunted house movie, great twist, very atmospheric, completely otherworldly, again, to use that word, but the way she acts in this, and like a ship's captain and all this stuff, not letting the light in. This house is like a ship. You know, I always think of that. You have to be very careful in turning around and locking doors. And it's very intense. And then when the twist is revealed, you're like, oh, crap. But, you know, maybe after the twist, the first time you watch it, it tamps down a little bit of the edge on this movie. But this is a great movie and one that I'm happy to have in my collection. And the same with To Die For. Now, this is a Gus Van Sant movie, and the Van Zants are interesting filmmakers. This is a very poignant look at the need to be famous in our society, and it's a good commentary on that. And it's got like Casey Affleck in here, Joaquin Phoenix, of course you got Nicole Kidman, Matt Dillon is in here. This thing has a 4K with Dolby Vision HDR. Gus Van Sant approved it, so you know it's good because they're very hands-on, almost like the equivalent. The Van Zants are almost like the equivalent of method actors, right, as directors. So very, very interesting movie, kind of sexy, kind of crazy, kind of satirical and over the top, but I was very happy to add To Die For to my collection of Criterions, and that is what I have added this month here through gifts and through purchases on whether it's at Barnes & Noble or on Amazon. And honestly, guys, that is most of what I am looking for from Criterion. Now, I have a list, and I think I forgot to set it down here with me. I was going to read it out to you guys. I'm just going to tell you. So I'm very, as I've said before, I'm not a person who looks to collect all Criterion movies because they just don't fit my taste. I think you need to approach Criterion by cherry picking those things that fit your taste, fit Criterion into what you like. It's okay to branch out and everything every now and then, but you don't have to feel like you need to get every Criterion movie to prove your cinematic worth as someone who loves movies or doesn't love movies. Because I am the guy, having made films and stuff like that, you start to run away from people who are pretentious. My friend Chance, who makes movies with me, he eloquently says this. You know, when he was in film school, you know, he got all these people who are around his age, and this was around my age. So this was, you know, you're in college in the late 90s or whatever. And you grew up with like all those great late 70s and 80s movies. And, you know, you would get people that felt like they needed to say, well, I'm in film school, I like film because of Casablanca or Citizen Kane or any kind of obscure movie classic that they could pick, or foreign film or art house film. And he's like, that's cool, I like those movies. I'm here because of Smokey and the Bandit and Star Wars. And that's probably more honest. Like, that's like when you're a kid, most of the time when you get introduced to cinema, you're probably not looking for some kind of art house foreign film. It's okay to get in that later, but you don't have to pretend that is your favorite to be a student of film or a film lover. And it is okay to switch from watching a all-time classic. You know, you can go from watching Peeping Tom or The Graduate and then pop in Smokey and the Bandit and Star Wars and enjoy them equally. Doesn't make you better or worse. Then you can throw in, I'm the guy who will watch Nightmare on Elm Street and follow that up with, you know, Arsenic and Old Lace or whatever. It doesn't change, you know, it doesn't make you better or worse. So I am very into having Criterion fill what you enjoy. And I'm going to do one more video this month about Criterion because I want to talk about how to be a Criterion collector. And I'm going to have some really big questions for Criterion collectors, because there are some things that when it comes to those of us in this hobby of actually collecting physical media, past the films itself, or even counting the films, that don't make sense to me as a film collector. But we're going to get in those and save those because this is a long enough video already. But I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to give you right now my list, and I'm going to put these down here as well. What I'm still looking for from Criterion that I don't have: Thelma and Louise 4K, Peeping Tom 4K, Double Indemnity 4K. Now, if you saw today's video, the early part of this video while I was in the wild, they had a Thelma and Louise, and they had a copy of Thelma and Louise, and they had a copy of Double Indemnity in 4K. I'm a collector. Both of those cases were damaged. The Thelma and Louise was dented in the digipack pretty badly in one corner, and the Double Indemnity had a crack in the back plastic. If I'm buying it new and I'm paying $25 for it, I want it pristine, so they're still in the store. So Double Indemnity 4K, Thelma and Louise 4K, Blowout 4K. I'm really getting into some of Brian De Palma's stuff here. I just watched Body Double again for the first time in a million years, and appreciated it a whole different way, and I'll probably talk about that in another video, but I'm into his stuff, and I have never seen Blowout. And they only had the Blu-ray, so I didn't get it. But those three I want. I want the Godzilla 4K, Peeping Tom 4K. I'm trying to remember my list, and I'll put it all down here if I can't remember it all. But those for sure. The Graduate Blu-ray, It Happened One Night Blu-ray. Now, if there's a 4K of any of these, you guys tell me if somebody else has a 4K, because I would rather have a 4K because I'm not committed to Criterion in that way. I would rather have the better quality. Those I definitely want to have. I'm trying to think, because I think there was about 10 more, and that's only 7 that I can think of. But I'll link the rest of the list down here. And you guys can kind of see what I'm into. And then after that, like, The Shape of Water, I'll probably go ahead and I'll want to get that through Criterion, even though there's a Studio 4K out there now, because pretty much the same transfer. So I would just rather go ahead and get it on Criterion, because the Studio one has been out there so long, it doesn't have a slip, and none of the Criterions have slips. So I would rather just get that and have it match in with my Criterions. Maybe Pinocchio by Guillermo del Toro, but to be honest, I have not seen that. And Pan's Labyrinth, I'm not sure if there's a 4K out there. Again, I would rather have the better version. But those are definitely in my Criterion wheelhouse. And I'll get to a point to where, unless they release something new, I won't be looking to add any more Criterion. Once I get what I want, I won't get them just to get them, and to say, oh, I bought some Criterion. I'm not going to do that. And but at the same time, don't look down on people who only buy Criterion. Movies, everybody likes different stuff. Everybody likes different stuff, and that's part of what makes it great. But don't feel like you have to go and get Criterion to prove that you're a sophisticated film watcher. You can sit here and enjoy this just as much as this, and that doesn't change what kind of a filmmaker or film watcher or whatever that you are. So find the things that you love. That's what I'm going to do. I'll link all these down there, and we'll get a couple more Criterion videos before the end of this month, and I have some big questions to ask out there for the Criterion collection world. But I hope you've enjoyed this. A little bit different kind of video. We do all kinds of things here. 4K reviews, lists, rankings, all that kind of stuff from a fan and filmmaker's perspective. And I just have so much fun doing this. If you guys have fun and you want to hang out, please like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And if you want to help support the channel, you can join at my Patreon down here in the description or right here on YouTube. It really does help out the channel. You get special behind the scenes looks at my filmmaking, the filmmaking process, short films that I've done, all kinds of stuff, special members only videos. I'm working on several of those right now, special unboxings and stuff. The only difference between YouTube and Patreon is I can do a little more on Patreon they let me keep more of what you subscribe and donate. So otherwise, it is the same content, and of course, you're always going to get your name and lights right here. And I really do enjoy it, but until next time, be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I will see you real soon. Bye-bye. I know.